Good evening. You're with Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. I'm Madhavdas G. Viewers, after US President Donald Trump, now Beijing has claimed that it played the role of a mediator in settling tensions between India and Pakistan. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi has projected Beijing as a peace negotiator, not just for India and Pakistan's conflict, but also for other global conflicts, including tensions in northern Myanmar, between Cambodia and Thailand, and Iranian nuclear issue. China's claim comes despite New Delhi repeatedly rejecting any third-party mediation claims. India has rejected China's claims of mediation as incorrect. Sources in the government have reiterated that there was no role of any third party in India-Pakistan ceasefire in May. They've held that India and Pakistan engaged directly through DGMO-level talks, dismissing claims of any mediation. Sources have also said that India has maintained a consistent stand that no mediation was involved. But the opposition chose to amplify Beijing's claim and has sought clarification from PM Modi and the government. They have highlighted that the Chinese mediation claim comes after US President Donald Trump did so on 65 different occasions, arguing that PM's silence has led to other nations echoing Trump's claim. But the fact is, India has consistently opposed any mediation whatsoever. In June, Prime Minister Modi, in a phone call with US President Donald Trump, has made it clear that India never has and never will accept mediation with Pakistan. Opposition, however, is targeting PM Modi and the NDA government as weak. Listen in.
देखिए, जब किसी देश का नेतृत्व कमजोर होता है तो इसी तरह से दूसरे देश उन पर हावी होने की कोशिश करते हैं। पहले ट्रम्प साहब ने कहा और एक बार नहीं कहा, 27-28 बार कहा। अब ये नया एक जानकारी मिल रही है कि चाइना का भी इसमें हस्तक्षेप था। उसी समय हम लोगों ने कहा था कि प्रधानमंत्री को सख्ती से उस बात का खंडन करना चाहिए।
Our Prime Minister is so coward. I don't know. Has he been blackmailed in hand of China? He was. And now the PM should come out. What is the reality?
देखिए, समाजवादी पार्टी समझती, इससे पहले भी जब अमेरिका द्वारा कई दावे किए गए, तब भी पूरे देश में राजनीतिक दलों ने भी इस बात की मांग की थी कि सरकार स्थिति स्पष्ट करे। और अब एक नया दावा सामने आ गया चाइना का। जो देश की सरकार है, उसकी जिम्मेदारी है, उनको बताना चाहिए।
While Congress chose to give credence to claims made by China and US, Samajwadi Party leader Sanatan Pandey has given a clean sheet to Pakistan for the Pulwama terror attack, claiming that it was a pre-planned BJP conspiracy for votes. Congress MP Tariq Anwar also appeared to whitewash Pakistan terror, saying that it's still unclear as to who was behind the February 2019 terror attack. The question we ask is, even on matters of national security, is the India bloc not with the government of India?
पुलवामा किसी विदेशी साजिश की तब नहीं हुआ था। पुलवामा भारत के प्रधानमंत्री और उनके सहयोगियों के द्वारा कूटनीति के तहत आपको भरमाने के लिए किया गया था।
कि पुलवामा के कोई रिपोर्ट अभी तक नहीं आई और ये पता नहीं चल पाया है कि पुलवामा किन लोगों ने किया है। ये तो सरकार की सुस्ती है, केंद्र सरकार की सुस्ती है। उसी समय इस बात का जानकारी लेना चाहिए था कि अगर ये आतंकवादियों के द्वारा हुआ है और कैसे हुआ है, वहाँ तक RDX कैसे पहुँचा और 40 लोगों के जवानों की जानें कैसे गई।
This is not the first time Samajwadi Party has done this. They've done this before also. Ram Gopal Yadav has given clean sheet to Pakistan on Pulwama. They have released terrorists. Congress also has done the same. 26/11, Samjhauta, Pulwama. They are the ones who have given clean sheet to Pakistan. So in this entire India alliance, Sena ka apman, Pakistan ko mano bhaijan, आतंकियों को mano bhaijan, this has become their pehchan.
All right, let's take this across to our guest. Now joining us is Gopal Krishna Agarwal of the BJP. We have Major General Dhruv Katoch, who's the director of India Foundation. We have Ashwini Kumar Mishra of the Congress Party, Abbas Haider of Samajwadi Party, and S. Balan of the left. Let me start first and foremost with Ashwini Kumar Mishra. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, if you have, China taking a position which is against the stated position of the government of India, why is it that we're rushing to condemn the government for this? Why should we as a nation not condemn Wang Yi and China for interfering in what is clearly a bilateral matter between India and Pakistan, because that's our stated position?
Madhav, people of India does not know the position of the government on Operation Sindoor. there has been ample time where our sovereignty has been questioned by Americans and now by Chinese. And government is not able to give an apt reply.
Sir, there was a reply in Parliament. Are you not aware of it?
Even in Operation Sindoor, when Trump...
No, are you not aware of the government's reply in Parliament?
Madhav, you can say that wasn't government reply. What we see, what we wanted was...
So what else is the government's position then? I'm trying to understand. What is the government's position that you are seeking?
Did Modi call out Trump in Parliament? Did Modi use Trump's name in Parliament? Now don't lecture me on how diplomacy works. If Trump can say that openly more than 56 times, I don't know why my chappan in chhati is not swelling. I'm
sorry, my dear friend. You may think that you want a prime minister to do something. That's not how diplomacy works. What Prime Minister Manmohan Singh said about President George Bush, how the people of India love them, is also very much on record. So please don't lecture on how diplomacy works. You know, the point at the moment is this. Anyway, Gopal Krishna Agarwal, I'd like you to come in on this because he says that government of India has not made its position clear. Please respond to him.
Government of India has ample times clarified the thing that it is no mediation by third party. Clearly in the written statements also, it has been stated very clearly that there has been no third party mediation. And it was the DGMO of the Pakistan which approached Indian DGMO, and then it was escalated and it was agreed. So, and even the way Pakistan foreign minister have said that how Indian Operation Sindoor had hit the terrorist hideouts, everything is very clear. Now the issue with the Congress is quite baffling with what they want to say. They don't want to believe India on the Operation Sindoor. They want to believe China. And it has been very clearly stated by our army officials that it was this the Pulwama attack, and after that Operation Sindoor, China was one of the party to that. It was 80% of the ammunitions used by Pakistan were belonging to Chinese supply. So Turkey, China, these are the players who were against India, and now Congress is one part of that which is working against Indian interests.
Okay.
They want to believe China and not believe India. They want to say that if 65 times Mr. Trump has said about that he has mediated, then 65 times our Prime Minister...
Let me ask that to Ashwini Kumar Mishra. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, who is the one who mediated? Is it China or is it the United States? Both could not have done the mediation job. Saudi Arabia is also jumping in the middle. Who are you going to believe? Who has done the mediation? Tell us.
Madhav, that is something government has to clarify.
Government has clarified.
Government has statement on the floor of the House. What is it if it's not a clarification? Please tell me.
Madhav, hear me out. Trump को कौन सी ऐसी भविष्यवाणी हुई थी, कौन सी ऐसी आकाशवाणी हुई थी, so that Trump put up a tweet even before government could announce it. How did Trump came to know about it? And moreover, the problem is government is keeping silent on such an issue where
government is not keeping, you are falsely accusing the government.
And our Prime Minister is so
weak. The government has clearly said so many times.
You spoke about China, sir.
How many times you want to the government?
Mr. Mishra, nobody can stop anybody from tweeting anything in today's day and age. But let me bring in fact, Major Dhruv Katoch on that point. Major Dhruv Katoch, how is it the US got to know? How is it that President Trump put out a social media post and therefore it was a clear sign of mediation or intervention, says the Congress party? Your response?
Thank you, Madhav. Madhav, very frankly, you know, I every time I hear these debates and take part in them, I get quite astonished because there is a lack of understanding in what the end state of a particular conflict is supposed to be. And when we went in for Operation Sindoor, the end state was made very clear that we will destroy those camps, and as soon as the camps are destroyed, our operations are over. But if Pakistan escalates, then the retaliation will keep increasing to that level to force them to change their attitudes. Now, that was basically the broader strategic plan. And it worked out very well. Within, as soon as we destroyed the camps, we told them that our mission is over. But if you escalated from here, then we will take it back. Now, this, the Pakistan didn't agree. They said, okay, you destroyed a camp, we're going to hit you. Well, that was their prerogative. It's an independent country. And they did it. And this conversations continued every day because there was escalation control at every level. But on the final day, when a large quantum of their air support areas, their airfields and their radars were destroyed, that was the time when Pakistan actually went to the Americans and pleaded for help. And the Americans told India, and we said no. It is a bilateral issue between the two countries. However, Pakistan has to speak to us. That is how the Americans came to know, because the Pakistanis told them.
Right.
So Pakistan is this is confirmed from the Pakistani side. It's not something which I'm making out. No, listen here, please. Listen. This is not a political debate. It is not a political debate.
Please, you may not give respect to the BJP. Give some respect to the retired Major General, please.
Listen, I'm not getting into the politics of it. I'm simply stating facts. You have your political opinions, and I appreciate all of them. So, right up to people like the Vice President of the United States, Vance, when he spoke, we told them no. It is a bilateral issue between us, and we will not accept third-party mediation. That was the time when the DGMO of Pakistan was forced to beg. He requested for a ceasefire. We got them down on their knees, and we said, okay, that is part of our effort.
Yeah.
So that is how it stopped. Now, after that, one more point. You see, claims anybody can claim. Tomorrow Bhutan will say, I stopped the war. Okay. I mean, talk is cheap. But what happens on the ground, India's stance has been very clear for many decades now. It is not simply a question of which political party is in power. We have an independent stance, regardless of the political party in power. And that is actually the strength of India. So
okay. Mr. Balin, I want you to come in on this, because, as Major General Dhruv Katoch has clarified, as Mr. Gopal Krishna Agarwal is saying, it's not like the government of India has not spoken about it. Even after the fact that there was a talk between President Trump, there was a phone call between him and Prime Minister Modi, there was a readout where India very clearly said, the Prime Minister very clearly said, there's no question of third-party mediation when it comes to India and Pakistan. It is Pakistan whose DGMO begged us to stop and ask for a ceasefire. Where is the question of third-party mediation then, Mr. Balin, and why is this rhetoric from China being given so much credence?
See, yes. Please listen to me. Whether the Operation Sindoor was altered, as claimed by the Defense Minister, or it's ended, or ceasefire declared bilaterally or unilaterally, the government of India, more particularly Prime Minister Modi, is bound to declare it. See, time and again, more than 60 times, Trump has been telling that he mediated. Whether it's a blatant lie, why can't the Indian government raise its protest at the appropriate authority that the Trump is lying? Because India did not respond or repeated it. Now China claims. And why don't you say that China is it's a lie?
When was the last time the left was part of a coalition government? One second, just one second.
Just simple question, Madhav.
No, I have a simple question. Mr. Balin, answer me my simple question. When was the last time the left was in power at the center?
India is a mighty...
Mr. Balin, when is the last time the left was part of a government at the center?
Of the world. And
Mr. Balin, when was the last time the left was officially part of a government at the center?
Yes.
29 years ago. 30 years ago. I'm forgetting. How long was it?
Yes.
30 years ago. And there's a reason for it. You're totally disconnected with how diplomacy works. You're totally disconnected with how the rest of the world works. You want us to go and call out Trump. The point is, this is a country with which India has a very sensitive relationship. We have strategic alliance. And now we're looking at... And now, the point is very simple, sir. That's not how diplomacy works. India's made its position factually very clear.
And we want why always the Indian government is to be questioned.
Why on 10/5/2020?
I want to ask them why they want to believe Mr. Trump or Chinese government. Why can't they have faith in our own government? What is stopping you to have faith in our own
government or Mr. Trump? Time and again, these two important...
One at a time, please. We can't hear either of you. One at a time. Mr. Balin first.
Has been declaring that they mediated and settled.
And that has been countered by government of India, is it not?
My contention is, why don't the Prime Minister of India convene a press meet of the world media and say that Trump is lying and China is also lying? It is unilateral or bilateral. It is claimed that it is bilateral.
Sir, he has given a statement in Parliament. Is Parliament not an important institution according to you? Mr. Balan, is Parliament not an important institution according to you? A statement in Parliament is not a public statement.
Yes, yes, Parliament is an important institute.
So if he has given a statement there, what is the problem?
It is going on. Why can't India take a stand and tell the world that India is not mediated? India need not require any mediation from any world power.
Okay, Gopal Agarwal.
Capable of handling.
Gopal Agarwal, respond.
The very simple question, statement. Why they want to believe US or China, first thing, and not believe Indian government. Second is, even if the China or US has claimed anything and Indian government has said, clarified on Parliament or anything, what they will gain out of believing what China is saying and what US is saying? Simply, your political ambitions, your political aspirations, you are fueling by that believing China and US. What you are gaining out of it? What fact changes by your belief that China is saying this and the China may have mediated this?
Okay, and let me bring in Abbas. Let me bring in Abbas as well. You know, Abbas Haider, what is most peculiar is on a day like this, when one would have expected a certain amount of sensitivity, we're hearing news of Mr. Sanatan Pandey, who's coming out and questioning whether Pulwama happened at the behest of the BJP government for some kind of political gain. What can be more shocking than this?
Madhav Bhai, I'll come to your question, but since you have come to me at the end of the show, so let me just respond to them one by one. First of all, the question here is that there have been regular claim that first from the White House, then now from Beijing, and I hope not another claim may come up from Kremlin that they have stopped the war between India and Pakistan. The question here is that our government is looking so weak that these nations have started to make claim that they have stopped war between India and Pakistan. Certainly, I have heard Major General Katoksh and other guests as well. They have spoke about that the DGM of Pakistan, they have requested for a ceasefire. And at that point, when we had a strategic edge as well as a diplomatic edge, why did we accept the offer from Pakistan? That is first and foremost question. Because at that point of time, you know, trade between China's investment in Pakistan through China-Pakistan economic corridor is more than $65 billion. That was also disrupted. So at that point of time, we were hitting Pakistan as well as China at the same time. And for China, the economy is first and foremost. So at that strategic point, why did we take a step backward? That is the first question.
We've just been through this entire debate. Please answer for your own party leader's statement, Sanatan Pandey's statement.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is he whitewashing the role of Pakistan in Pulwama?
I'm not going to dodge that, Madhav Bhai. I was just coming to that. Trust me. Okay, so what Mr. Sanatan Pandey said, the question is said, why did the government not come up with a white paper in the parliament? They may have responded to a question, they may have replied to a question, but that's a different thing. These are very important thing, and a white paper.
Mr. Abbas Haider, who is Adil Ahmad Dar?
Have a detailed report.
Who is Adil Ahmad Dar? Please tell me.
Report on what has happened, what were our gain.
Who is Adil Ahmad Dar? He is the terrorist who carried out the Pulwama terror attack. By saying so, he's doing a huge disservice to the CRPF soldiers who lost their lives. He's doing a huge disservice to India, and he's whitewashing Pakistan. Why does he have to give this cover fire to Pakistan?
Not at all, sir. Not at all. Sir, we have always stood by our government and we will always stand with our government when the national security is concerned. There is no iota, not just opposition, but entire people of the country. We stand by.
But still there are such insensitive comments coming in from people like Mr. Sanatan Pandey that only leads us to question what really is the prerogative of people like this. Is nothing beyond politics in this country. Let's leave it there for the moment. Gopal Krishna Agarwal, Major General Dhruv Katoksh, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, Abbas Haider and S. Balan, thanks so much for joining us this evening.